very disappointed, but we also took a seat from the green side, so the score is equal. So this is serious stuff with what is happening in Gaza. So this is not double standard. What is double standard? But how are you giving aid to Israel when Israel itself has been the occupier?
Hello and welcome to the show. And you are watching DS Digital TV. This is Tosif Anjum. We have a very special guest today in our studio, Manchester MP for Gorton, Janab Muhammad Afzal Khan. Hello, sir.
Ji, Assalamu alaikum,
Walaikum
Nasir bhai.
salam.
How are you?
I'm good, very well, thank you. Sir, we will talk about the local elections recently, like on 2nd of May. The Labour has lost deputy leader seat in Manchester. First, we start from this. So,
Yes.
what's your views on that?
Well, I'm very disappointed. I don't want to see any Labour seat being lost. We have lost this seat, particularly in an area which is a solid Labour area. So we are concerned, and we will be looking in to see what we can do to make sure that the people of Longside are strengthen their relationship with the Labour Party, and we carry on with our two other councillors serving them best of our ability. But I must say that whilst we have lost this and we don't like this, but we also took a seat from the green side. So that score is equal, and overall the performance of the Labour Party, you can see that the people of Manchester once again have given show of confidence in the Labour Party.
Yeah, that's right. Labour is the performance was excellent in the local election, and Tories been wiped out. And the other thing is, which I would like to ask about the Muslim community around the UK and Manchester, everywhere, because of some statements of Sir Keir Starmer's been anger being I've seen in the community, and especially in Longside, they have shown the interest in the election because of that. So, what's your like? You already resigned as a shadow minister to show the solidarity with your community. But what's your future like steps to not to happen this again?
Well, look, I think I myself was also disappointed with the position of leadership. I felt always that the way forward in this war is immediate ceasefire, losing innocent lives, which we have seen of over 40,000 now, and about 60 plus thousand people have been injured. All of the civilian structure, 70% of their houses have been gone, the schools are gone, universities are gone, hospitals are gone. So you can see that even the aid workers, nearly 200 plus, have been killed. So all this is a disaster. It's not acceptable. And people are saying either there is a famine now taking place, and the people also talking possible genocide, which is again being examined by the ICJ. So this is serious stuff with what is happening in Gaza. So I think we need to push for an immediate ceasefire. This is what Labour Party is now doing. We need to push for more help, aid, so that this people who are dying for starvation should not happen. But that risk is even higher number dying. And then ultimately, I think there has to be accountability, because we can't have this any state breaking the international laws. So the rule of law has to prevail. And then finally, this whole issue at the heart of this 76 plus years is the unresolved dispute. So I think the Palestinians have every right to their state, their homeland, and for there to be peace between Israel and Palestine, so the both can live peacefully together with one another.
And there's one more question that like they have helped and aid Ukraine. Everyone knows that. Why not they can help Gaza, the people of Gaza, like kids and women's wounded, killed. So even the aid from the UK is really hard for the NGOs to take the help to the Gaza. So do you have any plans to like talk or any kind of discussions with them?
But look, there are two parts in there. So first is the aid, and this already has been discussed many times. I've asked many questions in the parliament as well, because there is a need for that, and we cannot tolerate the way the Israeli government has been blocking, deliberately blocking aid getting in. The amount of aid which is needed is not going through for so long, and the devastation has gone worse. So that is one thing. The second thing is also this point that you are indicating, and this is where people have questioned the double standards.
Yeah.
That what you see is a good example is America. America has recently passed a legislation in the aid for the people of Ukraine and also for the people of Israel. So the interesting point with this is that you have aid of almost really 96 billion plus being given, about 60 billion or so for Ukraine, 30 or so for Israel. And the question people are asking is how, on the Ukraine side, you can see is being occupied, and to help the oppressed person, to help them is fair enough. But how are you giving aid to Israel when Israel itself has been the occupier for many decades?
Yes.
So this is not double standard. What is double standards?
Yeah.
Because the logic would say is wherever there's an occupation that we should help to end the occupation.
Right.
But here, on one side, we're helping the oppressed, the other side, we're helping the oppressor, those who are occupying this Palestinian line. And that is what needs to be challenged. And I've done this questioning on this as well, and are carrying on doing this. And this is why many in the parties, the different parties in the parliament have challenged this government, saying that why, when all this serious issues or concern is there of the break of the international law, the humanitarian law being broken, ICJ looking at possibility of genocide, why are we supplying military aid to Israel? And
Even
that should
Rishi
stop.
Sunak went himself with the army aircraft to deliver the.
Yes, and not only that, was happy to have his selfie taken outside in front of the military plane. And look, this is not the way forward, and this is why I think you can see the impact of Rishi Sunak and the Tory party in this election as well. Nobody is happy.
They got the answer already. Yes. Okay, that's great. And what's your message to the community?
Well, my message to the community is clear. Look, there are many areas with a large Muslim community who are upset. They're upset with to do with Gaza. Every day in front of our eyes, we're seeing the killing, the slaughtering of the innocent people. And of course, it hurts as it's part of our humanity. That, I think, is a message. And I think the Labour Party has already listened to this. Their position now is clear: immediate ceasefire, more aid be given to the Palestinians, the international law to be followed, and the two-state solution must be implemented. So I think the Labour Party is in a better position now, and we should now come together. We've done the protest. Labour Party has listened to you as well. Let's get rid of this Tory government. For 14 years, we've all been suffering.
Thank you very much for your time being with us today.
Thank you.
So thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next show.